We have some crazy theories and some set photos to talk about regarding Scream 6. Let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Name it.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing now.
Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to the KillJoy Jake YouTube channel, where instead of having friends, we have horror movies. Today we're talking about some Scream 6 theories and set photos that are going to be very interesting and actually kind of connect to each other, surprisingly. Now before we get into that, of course, I'm going to need y'all to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. So getting into this crazy theory, talking about Tony Ravioli as I like to call him, or Samara Weaving's character potentially playing stage versions of Sam and Richie from the last movie. Many people online have theorized because of this stage setting that we're probably getting in the third act of this next movie, maybe we get a musical or play version of the events of the last film. Maybe the Stab movies have gone to Broadway, essentially. Now, breaking down the two elements of this theory, basically it suggests that these characters who, in my opinion, are like pretty big stars. I mean, like Tony Ravioli is a side character in one of the biggest franchises in the MCU right now. So I seriously doubt that they would take his character and Samara Weaving, who is huge in the horror scene, take these two stars who are probably some of your biggest in the entire movie and just sideline them like that and then just make them like these characters who are only on screen for like a minute. It also feels very reminiscent of that scene in Thor Ragnarok when you have like the play version of the events of the last film, but from like Loki's perspective, and obviously inaccurate. That's played for laughs, but it just feels like a little too goofy even for a Scream film. Like, yeah, these movies like to get a little cheesy every now and then, but that's a little too much cheese on my sandwich there. I also want to see both of these people portray bigger roles in this movie. I don't want them to just be in like one scene where it's just like they're like, hey, I'm Sam from the last movie and this is how it went down, and then it doesn't go down the right way. Like, that's what they would do. It's ripping off one of the subpar jokes from Thor Ragnarok, and I don't know why they would do that. Like, that's just such a weird thing to copy and paste from another movie. I see both of these people playing characters who are a little more prominent in Scream 6, who, yes, will probably end up dead by the time the credits roll, but I'm okay with that, as long as they played, like, important characters who maybe you're suspicious of at one point. Samara Weaving has killer written all over her. I'm really suspecting that she's either going to be a red herring or actually one of the killers. And your boy is okay with either or, let me tell you. It might not be super shocking to see Samara Weaving play a killer in one of the Scream movies. I think a lot of us are expecting that, especially considering her close relationship with the Radio Silence guys, but at the same time, your boy won't be complaining. I mean, she plays an excellent villain. It would just be so good. You know it would, too. You know it would be fantastic. She would definitely be a top 5 Ghostface, I think. This perfectly transitions into some of the new set photos we've gotten from Montreal, Canada, where someone has sneaked a peek inside of the theater that has been being kept under wraps right now. Before I show you this photo, I just want to make it clear, like, I don't report on leaks. The entire point of this channel is not to spoil things, but to build excitement. But this thing, I don't feel like really spoils anything specifically. This is kind of just still something we can theorize off of based off of a picture. It's also not that good of a picture, so it doesn't really give away what the heck is going on in this scene, but we can definitely talk theories because it's interesting. Also, massive shout out to my buddy Chris from Discover Montreal, who sent me some of these pictures. Thank you so much, my dude. And credit to this person right here for taking the pictures. So this right here is really the only super interesting picture in my opinion, because it kind of shows us what's going on inside. We've kind of already seen like the other like area of the theater where I've already talked about that in past videos, but this is all new. This with like the Ghostface costume in the background and like some kind of mannequin. I have not seen this before, and this is something we got to talk about. Now, is this actually part of the set? It kind of looks like it, considering the fact that we get this other mannequin in what looks like some kind of glass like display case. Like, are we going into some kind of like museum or like pop-up museum or something for like all the Ghostface killers? What's going on here? Many have speculated that this theater angle is either like a new Stab movie or like a Stab musical play of some version of that, but it's almost looking like this could be like a pop-up like musical that tells the history of the Ghostface killers, like the true crime angle of it, which has surprisingly never really been a big factor in the Scream movies. You would think that there would be like some kind of documentary on the real life Scream killers, you know, within the Scream movies, but there really isn't. They've never really played on a plot point like that, which I think would actually be pretty cool, and this would be a cool way to tell it, especially with some kind of like museum exhibit that happens like in the area, like in New York City somewhere. Now, could this just be a mannequin where the robe is just resting and waiting for like a Ghostface killer reveal? Most likely, yes. But there is also that angle to it as well. Maybe this is actually a set piece. You can see this like really big curtain to the left of the picture, so like they're clearly trying to hide this. And I think if this was just like, oh, hey, it's just the robe from the movie, I don't think that's that big of a deal, personally. I don't know. Maybe that's something that's really exciting for some people, but it's like, yeah, of course we're gonna get Ghostface in a robe, a black robe specifically. I mean, maybe if it was like a white robe or like a red robe or something weird like that, okay, well then obviously that's something they want to keep under wraps. But this is nothing really crazy to hide, unless it's a big set piece. But in conclusion, I'm very excited for Scream 6, and once again, I cannot stress this enough. The biggest thing you should take away from this video is #SaveFreddy. I have not forgotten about the damn cat. What do you guys think about this picture and these theories going on right now? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this new Scream 6 update. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more horror content. Also, if you want to see content on more things I'm excited for, not just horror, let's talk about Rick and Morty, the MCU, yada yada, the works, go check out my second page, Movie Smoothie, where I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers right now. So go subscribe. The links for all of my channels are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.